Let's talk about the basics of index and matched. So when do we use indexed and when do we use matched? Let's start with the matched function. For the matched function, the objective is for us to provide the data that we want to look up. And the output of match is the exact location based on the per row or per column arrangement of your data. Now, for example, I have here, I want to match the row value of training in this department rows. I need to know the position of the training data in this department row. So how do we do that? First, let me highlight admin to sales data. Let me name this using the name manager. The name is DEPT, short for department. Let me press enter and try to check the position of the training data in that column of DEPT. So in order to do that, we can simply type equal match, open parentheses. Match contains three syntax. The first one is the lookup value. The lookup value is the data that you want to compare with, and that is the value of the training. Comma, for the lookup array, we can only use one-dimensional array. It's either we use a row or column pattern. We cannot select multiple rows. We cannot select multiple columns. In this case, what we need is the column for DEPT. All right, and for the last syntax is the match type. We have three sets here. Number one means approximate match. 0 means exact match. We also have negative one. Negative one means approximate match as well. So what's the difference between positive one and negative one? Positive one, you need to arrange your table from lowest to highest. Okay, negative one, you need to arrange your table from highest to lowest. All right, that's the pattern that we need to do prior we use the match function. Okay, however, in this example, we will not use positive or negative one. We will just use a 0 to define the exact match location of our data. So we're looking at the training. So we have 4 departments at the top. When I pressed enter, it will display number 3 because training is the third row on the table. Next, let me highlight all the month names. For the month names, let me name this as MON on the name box. MON on the name box. Press enter. Next, I need to define the position of the data. Alright, let's say April. I need to know on what particular column this value of April is positioned. So in order for me to do that, let me type equal match, open parenthesis, lookup value is April, comma, MON is the lookup array, and comma, 0 for the exact match. Okay, so when I pressed enter, Excel will display the current position of that data in our column. So we're talking about fourth column, and that is your April data. Now, how about index? How do we use index in Microsoft Excel? Index, however, we need to input the coordinates of the data, right? And the output of index is the cell value. Let's say, for example, I need to define on my index the sixth column and the fourth row of my data set. Right? What's the cell value within the sixth column up to the fourth row of my cell reference? The first thing that you need to do before you point to index function, you need to define your reference table. In this case, that is B3 to M6. Let me name this as DS, short for department salary. And now for index, all right? If you need to look up that data per row and per column, you can simply type equal index, open parenthesis. So for the RA means DS. That's the department salary. The second syntax of index is row number. Let's say I need the fourth row, comma. The next syntax is the column number, type number 6. Alright, so inside the index, you provide the coordinates. Alright, index, DS, 4 and 6. What's the value of that cell? When you press enter, 14,411. Let us verify that value. We're looking at this cell reference. Okay, so we have there the value of sales under month of June. And that's how index work. Right? For the match, let me go back. You need to provide the data. The output is the coordinates. For the index, you need to provide the coordinates and the output is the data of the cell. And that's it for index and match basics.